I'm Attorney Martin Nicholson, the Law Office of Martin Nicholson, and I'm going to talk today about what actually happens after arrest in Indiana, step by step. Super clear. Step one, the arrest and booking. You're detained, searched, fingerprinted, photographed, inventoried. If it's a warrantless arrest, a judge has to find probable cause, usually within 48 hours. No probable cause, you should be released. Step two, pretrial release and bail. Indiana uses a risk-based release under Criminal Rule 26. Translation, for many lower level charges, you might get out without paying money with conditions like, GPS, home detention, something like that. If bail is set, the judge looks at risk, criminal history, the nature of the charge. If it's domestic violence, then you're going to be held for a while. You can post cash, and you can use a surety bond or sometimes 10% cash. Violations of your pretrial release can land you back in custody. Step three, initial hearing. The judge tells you the charges, your rights, your potential penalties. You can ask for a public defender if you can't afford a lawyer, or the court will set out a new date for you to hire an attorney, and sets also deadlines like an omnibus date and issues a no contact order if that's needed. Step four, charging decision. The prosecutor has already basically filed the charging document, the information or indictment spelling out the offense. That's what you'll hear at your initial hearing. The charges, felony level 6 is the lowest when it comes to felonies, up through level 1 felony, that's the highest. Well, murder's higher. Then you have the misdemeanor, A through C. Step 5, discovery and motions. Both sides will exchange like discovery, which is like police reports, video, lab results, witness list. Your lawyer can file a motion to suppress illegally obtained evidence, or a motion to dismiss if it's appropriate, or a motion to exclude witnesses, or even a motion to change venue. Step 6, negotiations and diversions. Many cases, the majority of cases, will be resolved with plea agreements. And that involves maybe reduced counts or a capped sentence or some kind of alternative misdemeanor sentencing or alternative program. For eligible first-time or low-level cases, you might even get a pretrial diversion. Complete those conditions and the case gets dismissed. Step 7, pretrial conferences. The judge will track progress, deadlines, and whether the case will be a plea agreement or go to trial. Now, you as a client decide whether it's going to be a bench trial, and it means in front of the judge, or a jury trial. Step 8 is the trial. The prosecutor has the burden of proving a case, proving guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Jury selection, there's opening. Well, technically, for jury selection, you have voir dire, which is opening. For jury selection, you have voir dire, which is kind of selecting, or like I like to call deselecting the jury, because you're striking out people that you do not want on your jury, and the prosecutor does the same, and then you're left with what's left. Then you have opening statements, witnesses, whether it be direct examination and cross-examination. Exhibits are introduced, which are the evidence. Then you have closing arguments, and then the jury renders a verdict. If you're acquitted, you get to walk. If you're convicted, we move on to the sentencing stage. At step 9, sentencing. The judge looks at your criminal history, looks at the harm to the victim. If it's a case where there's a victim, the judge looks at acceptance of responsibility. If this is something that you admitted that you did, the judge will also look at treatment needs. Let's say, for instance, it's a drug offense and maybe you need treatment, drug, alcohol. Indiana uses advisory sentences with ranges. And basically, advisory sentence means if there's mitigators and aggravators and they both kind of equal the same, then there is an advisory sentence. If there's more mitigators, then your sentence should be lower. If there's more aggravators, it should be higher. And these are ranging from possible sentences of jail, prison, community corrections, home detention, probation, fines, restitution, as I mentioned earlier, treatment. So those are basically the steps in a case if you are arrested. 9 steps if you're arrested in Indiana about how it will look. All of that in a neat little nutshell. And that's your Nicholson Nugget of the Day. Please be sure to like and subscribe.